Welcome everybody to 11th inning stretch. This is the series wrap-up and preview of the Braves, and then the home opener, the Brewers, on April 11th through the 14th, with an off day on Tuesday. The starting pitchers for the Brewers are Taylor Jugman, Chase Anderson, and Willie Peralta.
And the starting pitchers for the hometown St. Louis Cardinals will be Michael Wacha, Mike Leake, and Jaime Garcia.
Okay, notable injuries for the Brewers, basically, it's just Matt Garza. That'll be the only player that really anybody knows. So that's the only one that really needs to be mentioned.
Yeah, and for the Cardinals, there's no new injuries to the Major League roster. Marco Gonzalez is going to see an elbow specialist and get a second opinion on an elbow injury. But for the purposes of the Brewers series, you don't need to be concerned with it.
Are you predicting Tommy John surgery?
I don't. I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to refrain from all predictions.
Okay. And then basically the player who I have to watch, he's not real hot, but the player I have to watch is Chris Carter, just because he hits massive home runs. And then the player who's not hot is Ryan Braun, because he's been hitting awful.
For who's hot for me, I have Aledmus Diaz, our shortstop. He was 3 for 7 against the Brewers with 4 RBIs. And as for who's not so hot, Randall Grichuk has been pretty trash lately. He's been 0 for 5, and on the season he's batting .067.
Okay, and then basically for this series, I'm going to predict a 2-1 Cardinals win the series, 2-1.
I'm going to go the Cardinals sweep. I think them being at home will be refreshing for them, and I also think they have the momentum being that they just swept the Braves. So I'm going to go series sweep.
Okay, and then the series wrap-up, I would say the only thing that came out of it for me was that it was good offense, but it was against a bad team. It was some power, but again, they beat up on the Braves' ace, but Julio Teheran is not usually an ace on other staff, so I would go with good offense, but against a bad team. Let's see if it carries over.
I'm going to say about the Braves, I had predicted that Adonis Garcia, their third baseman, was hot coming into the Cardinal series, and sure enough, right on cue for me, he went over 7. So again, right on cue. But yeah, like you said, the Cardinals just beat up on a really bad team. Something that regardless of how they've been playing against the Pirates, they should have swept the Braves because they're inferior, and that's what they did. So.
Exactly, and the Braves do have good players. It's just they're stuck on a bad team that really you can't have one guy that does everything. And then so basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna have series predictions. We're gonna have a counter based on that. So in the last series, I predicted that the Cardinals were gonna sweep the Braves, so I won that one. I have one. Paul has 0, and now the prediction is a 2-1 for me for the Cardinals and a sweep by Paul. So stay tuned to see who gets that right. And you know what? Before the podcast, I was kind of thinking maybe not do something crazy, but maybe whoever wins has to buy the other one. The other one has to buy him dinner or something. We'll do a little safe bet, something like that. Make it interesting.
We'll see about that. We will. I'll talk to you in September.
No, okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This is this week's series wrap-up and preview for April 11th through the 14th. Hope you guys watch some Cardinal baseball, and as always, go Birds.